Let's go. I've been wearing this hat for a minute. I finally got the braids done. I'm gonna share with you guys a life story from a kid who started in Ohio, making nothing and had no direction. I had the superiority complex my whole life of like, I'm supposed to do better than this. I'm supposed to go farther. I'm supposed to do something greater. I'm supposed to make a lot of money, a lot of impact, have a better life. And no one thought it was possible through the path that I chose, barbering. But I'm gonna share with you guys exactly how I got to where I did as a barber. And it's really through a pair of clippers, believe it or not. So it's probably been a month since I had a haircut, and I thought it'd be the best way to do this video is to just talk to you guys about how I got my start as a barber. I'm using my phone to put these guidelines in. We are out here in Miami. And I'm gonna be making a viral video for Instagram, but I also wanna have the YouTube version ready. So when you set up a viral video, first of all, you'll notice a few things. I got white tape on this. Why? It looks goofy, but it's so that it can stand out on social media for these videos I'm making, that I'm about to make. Okay? The next thing you might ask is, why am I putting a white line here, a white line here? A line here. If you really want to be extreme, you can even grab a hair and put it over your cheeks. And it's because that's what creates clickbait. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera here, because I'm not gonna make any edits to this video. I know, it's kind of ridiculous. But what I'm gonna do is show you guys how to make a clickbait cover. So this clip right here will be my cover for the video, or at least an engaging action, right? What type of haircut am I giving myself? It's gonna be a C-cup right here. Wow, this is about to be a challenge. Here I go. All right. So first things first, I'm centering myself inside the grid. Boom. Once I get my face to feel like 3D, how I want it, make sure my arm is not blocking the view, coming around my head. Boom, my face looks 3D already. I'm just gonna press down. Boom. Oh my God, and there it goes. Boom, all right. So believe it or not, that's really engaging to watch. And then you can grab the hair that falls and you can actually put that, not in your fucking mouth, put it on your cheek. Look at that. I know this is like ridiculous, but this is just what makes your video immediately go viral. So here you go. Second clip, make yourself look 3D by putting your facial features in the square. Boom. I wish the hair would have fell off. I should have like scooped it off. So I'm gonna do the same thing over here. First I gotta get 3D. I like the background, so I'm gonna use that to my advantage. This might be the cover, now that I think about it. I might grab this hair. Put it here. Look at that, look how engaging that is. Boom. Now we got hair to fall. Now I'm gonna grab this hair and I'm gonna stick it up here. I literally just put spit on my finger. You should just use water or shave gel. All right, now gonna grab some more hair. Now we're about to do the drag down method. I got some real hair. Now add fibers. This is just to get a viral cover. Too easy. Now all I'm gonna do is drag down here. All right, in a perfect world, this side would be lined up. And then boom, this is your snapshot right here. I'll get different angles. I'll come up close with it. Look at that lighting. I can turn this off, I don't even need it on. Somewhere right there is a damn cover. All right, now I'll do the same thing for YouTube. All right, now I'm just gonna take this shit off. Sheesh. It's a mess. All right, so now I have the covers done. The hardest part of the video done. So back to my story time, man. I grew up in Nelsonville, Ohio, small town of 5,000 people, and I didn't know what I wanted to be in life when I was growing up, but I just knew that I hated the idea of living in like average existence. And when I looked around, the life that I saw people living, I didn't see myself being like a 9-to-5er or even a college student, but I was gonna do it just to make people around me proud, like my grandma, my stepdad, who I'll talk about later in this video. And the saddest moment of my life was when that stepdad of mine passed away. I was 12 years old. I went to a football practice, and then it was my last football practice that he could see. My mom's like going through it. She takes me to the hospital to go see him, and it was my first time seeing someone like their soul leave their body. Like, he wasn't the same person. His mental was gone. His physical wasn't there. And all I had left was like his spirit. He was calling me Jolie. And his last words were to me, "It looks like I bit the big one, huh, Big Jolie?" Or huh, little Jolie. "I bit the big one." Like I bit off more than I could chew. He got a amputated leg. They put him on blood thinners, and they thinned his blood too much, and he had health complications like his whole life with his heart. And so those were his last words to me, like my only father figure I ever had. Is I guess I bit the big one, huh, Big Jolie? And I didn't really know what the hell to do with that, with my life after that, because he was like the only source of guidance that I ever knew. And so my brothers went down a terrible path. At that point, I was 12, they were 14, 15, 16, and they started getting into drugs. They started like stealing from cars, going to juvenile hall, like literally getting locked into juvie, like having to stay for a month in jail, like kid jail. And I was fucking lost. They were just as lost as me. But I chose to cope with that pain in a different way. And what I did was I started going to my friend's house as much as possible. Dakota, if you ever watch these videos, man, you'll know I'm talking about you, man. I used to go to Dakota's house, and I would ask my mom every week, "Mom, can I go to Dakota's?" Mom, is it okay if I go home on the bus to Dakota? Can you write me a note? And sometimes I would even forge letters just so that I could tell the principal, like, yeah, I'm going to go home on a different bus to a different address. My mom would work night shift, so she wasn't even available half the time to write the damn letter to tell the landlord, to tell the principal that I was going to go home on someone else's bus. So I'd write it myself. And I was basically fending for myself for a lot of my childhood. And at that age of 12 years old, that's when everything hit. I decided I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to get rich, I want to live a better life. I lost hope for a minute when my stepdad passed away. Rest in peace. I pretty much became an older version of me, the man of the house. And my mom used to have me manage our finances. She got a tax refund one time and she handed all the money to me in an envelope. And she's like, Joel, write down on the envelope every time that I ask you for money out of the envelope. Write it down. What is it for? And so I was very ahead of my time for a young man. I would mow grass to make money. I would make duct tape wallets and sell them for $5. And this is all before the age of 15. But it came a point where at age 15, I picked up these right here. A pair of clippers. And that's really where my life changed. I picked up the clippers, started giving free haircuts. Free haircuts to who? To myself. I give myself free haircuts until I got good at it. I started studying it. I started to really enjoy it. And I was giving haircuts for free. I just loved the craft. I loved the idea of the art behind a haircut. And to be honest, I wasn't good at it. But I found purpose in it. I found purpose in haircuts. And so for the first time in my life, I felt like I was in flow state. I felt like a calling from above put the hand on my shoulder and said, here you go, my young and faithful servant. Take this path and you will be rewarded. And I was like, all right, bro, I'm just going to take this path then. And that's when my life changed. After high school, I had pretty much gained traction as the best barber in the city, which wasn't much of an accomplishment because no barbers were in Nelsonville. Missing some hairs. There weren't really any barbers in my hometown. That shit tickles. Oh my God. So, yeah, I quickly picked up traction. I was the top guy in my city. All right. Eyebrows, we'll do that. And this takes focus. I'm about to cut my eyebrow off, bro. I gotta chill out. So, one day my life changed was when I got a phone call from Jerron Simmons, the basketball player, the point guard of the Ohio University basketball team. And he said, bro, next time I come, I'm gonna bring the whole team with me. I was like, yeah, right, bro. Next thing I know, he says, bro, I got the whole team. He pulls up in 2 cars full of players. Full of NBA or full of D1 college athletes. They're taller than me, bigger than me. And he's like, yeah, we all need a cut. So it took me 10 hours because I used to cut really slow. Yeah, I used to take forever to cut hair, so it took me like 10 hours, but I remember making like $7 per haircut. And I thought that was a big deal. I think I made like $70, $75. I remember it was all cash. I was looking at the money in my hands like, whoa, $75 in one day from something I like doing? And that's what changed the game. All right, here we go. I'm doing my best to do this whole haircut without any guards. That's next level. With no guard and no mirror. I'm just using my iPhone. All right, so when did my life really change? Well, the next biggest change in my life was when I decided to drop out of college. So when I was a barber and I cut those guys' hair, I was a community college student. And I thought to myself, what's worse than not going to college? Probably being a fucking community college dropout. That don't look too good on your life resume. But you know, that's what my conscience was telling me to do. I was studying business, and one day I had a call with my guidance counselor. And my guidance counselor said, what do you want to do after school? Like, what are you in school for? And I was like, I don't know, I want to own a barbershop. Something to do with barbering, I like barbering. She said, well, you might as well study business then. And mind you, I was already a few months in, a few semesters in. So I had wasted hella time studying biology and all these chemistry classes and shit. General classes. They say when you're really drifting through life, they tell you just go to college and take your general classes. Fuck general classes, bro. Don't take no more general classes, bro. Get a School of Hard Knocks degree before you do some general fucking classes. What a waste of life. What a waste of time, money, energy, effort, learning from people who aren't going to get you where you want to go. The only thing that's holding you back is not knowing what you want and not having the information. If you haven't chose what you want, I mean, think about these yachts out here on the Miami skyline behind me. There's only one port they can go to at a time. You can't land at two different ports, two different destinations. You have to know where you want to go in life. But if you know where you want to go, the next thing that could hold you back is not knowing the information on how to get there. So I was in college learning from people who didn't know where they wanted to go and just drifted through life. And so what was I doing? Just drifting through life. A drifter learning from other drifters. That's college. And that guidance counselor, she actually helped me to realize that I should drop out. She might not have known that, but I should give her credit. Because without her, I wouldn't have dropped out. She helped me realize that, you know what, this shit is pointless. I don't need a college degree from a community fucking college that no one's ever heard of or cares about to own a barbershop. And what this video is about is how I went from that kid in Ohio, in Nelsonville, Ohio, without shit to show for my life, to using a pair of clippers to become a Miami baller. $70,000 a month in my coaching business, $28K a month as a barber, and it all started from right here, a pair of clippers. So I grew up fatherless, we covered that. My one father figure that was leading me and my brothers passed away when I was 12. It looked like the beginning of the end. I was hopeless. Because the rest of my life was a fucking shit show. There's a lot of things that I don't agree with how my mom raised me. I completely forgive her and love her for helping me become who I am today. And her retirement is getting sooner and sooner. Every time my business takes off, I'm able to pay another bill. I got you, Mom. Here, take this. You know, because no one's perfect. She wasn't a perfect parent. I'm not a perfect parent. But that's what I want to see for my kids, is that I'm able to become the version of me who overcame all the fucking trauma. Think about all the trauma you went through as a kid. That is your purpose. If you don't know your purpose, that's your purpose. To overcome every ounce of trauma you faced as a young individual. Financial trauma, your parents not raising you correctly trauma, not teaching you. I'm talking about your physique, whether you grew up skinny your whole life, you grew up overweight your whole life. That is traumatizing, being a kid in school who isn't comfortable in his own skin. All that is trauma. Your purpose is to overcome all that. Man, that tickles, bro. All right. Now this is the part, I don't know how the hell I plan on doing this. Somebody come cut my hair, bro. Somebody come cut my hair. Damn, I forgot about this part. Look at all that. Somebody come bless me. That was easy. Boom. That was easy. Like I said, I wasn't gonna stop the video. So let me just bring you guys inside for a quick second. That AC feels amazing. So now I'm in a Miami high-rise and I'm penthouse shopping because my real goal is to get a massive penthouse in Brickell, Miami, which is only 5-10 minutes away. And when I do that, I'm gonna host mastermind meetups every single week. I'm gonna host a mastermind. And those masterminds aren't for me. They're for our community. So we got a whole community of barbers now. Damn, Terry, you would be proud of me. I'm talking to my dad from my childhood. I want to tell you, you'd be proud of me, Terry. You would be proud of me, bro. I hope you're proud of me. I got a whole community of barbers that will be flying out to come see me. You know, I teach them. I help them make money. I help them get in better shape. I help them navigate the barber industry, navigate life, navigate their daily habits. It's pretty amazing what I'm able to do, all from coming up with nothing, just a few dollars in my pocket as a kid, and motivation and drive to be somebody. So I know this is a long video, but I just decided to myself, I'm not gonna edit this video. So if you gotta skim to the end to see the end, I don't blame you. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is my move to California. This is where the game changed. This is where the game changed. I got my first mentor when I was 18 years old. Cuts D'Amato, Columbus, Ohio. Ezekiel Elliott's barber. Boom. Wow, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna try to keep these out the way? Boom. My mom took me to my first mentor. She bought my first pair of clippers. There's a lot of things my mom did right. She encouraged me to be an entrepreneur. She literally said, Joe, you want to be a barber? Sure. You want to drop out of college? All right, sure. I'm not going to lie. She did give me some trouble for it. She wanted me to go to a barber school, barber college. And I was like, nah, Mom, I'm going to be an apprentice. Just wait on it. And so in the meantime, I was just learning from mentors. And she drove me to my first mentor's house. And what really changed my life, I'm going to tell you guys the real story. One morning I woke up and there was a fucking roach crawling on my forehead. I'm talking about, imagine this is a roach and it's just crawling across your forehead, and you wake up and you're like, and you start smacking it off and you see it's crawling on you and you're like, what the hell? And then you start smacking it until it gets off you. And then you just see it escape. You're like, you little bitch. You're trying to kill it, but it escapes. Okay, and it's 6 a.m. Your ass is lazy, you usually sleep in till late. But on this day, when the roach woke you up, how are you gonna sleep in? You can't. You can't go back to bed, so you wake up. and you contemplate your life, and you're like, you know what? Something's gotta fucking change, bro. A roach just woke me up in my sleep. A roach just woke me up. You know, like, you gotta be in a pretty bad situation if you got a roach waking you up as an alarm clock. That's where I had made it to in life. Roaches waking me up. So I looked around at what I had to show for my life at age 19. Community college dropout. $5 barber. What kind of shit is that? Community college dropout, $5 barber. One time I went to this party at Ohio University. Took a picture with this girl. She posted it on her Snapchat. And the guys replied to it and said, you guys know, you know who that is? That's the bum that charges $5 for haircuts. You shouldn't take photos with that guy. She sent me the photo. She sent me the screenshot of the conversation. And I was like, damn, they're hating on me. That was my life. The roach crawled on my face, woke me up that day. And I decided I'm gonna get my shit together. And it wasn't just getting my shit together, waking up that day, but it was getting my shit together that I gotta wake up in life. Like, bro, maybe I should be taking more risks. Maybe I should be farther along than I thought. Maybe right now in this fucking basement, God was talking to me all along, telling me who I could be, where I could go. So I got in my bag. I got in a different grind. I got way better at cutting hair. I started watching tutorials every damn day, late at night. But most importantly, I had a client tell me, bro, there's this barber. His name's Customato. He's in Columbus. I know you guys are like, he's pushing himself back. No, I want it higher. It was fine where it was at, but I wanted it higher. It definitely looks like I pushed it back. Look at that. That's sharper, okay? Leave me alone, man. I've been doing this. And so he told me, bro, there's this guy in Columbus, Ohio. His name is Customato. You should go just book a haircut with him and learn from him. I was like, damn, how much does he charge? He charged $35 at the time. That was a fucking lot of money back then, especially for Ohio. Nobody charges that in Ohio. So I convinced my mom to give me her credit card, and I convinced her to drive me on her day off of work. Wow, what a legend. My mom is a legend. My mom is a legend. She deserves me to retire just off of that. Damn. That's legendary. Thank you, Mom. And so one day I went all the way to Columbus to see this mentor. And I told him my story and I said, bro, I have a plan. I want to go to this barbershop in California. I really want to be a barber in California. I told him about this shop named The Rich Barber. I said, they got the best barbers in the world, bro. They all got like 100K followers. They make these crazy Instagram videos. Thought that guard was about to pop off, man. Get myself a bald spot. They got these crazy videos, man. That's what I was telling him. And they're so good at cutting hair. And he stopped me and he was like, all right. Well, don't be surprised if you do go out there. I think you can do it, just based off you being young. You got a plan. He's like, but don't be surprised if you go out there and you become the best barber in that shop. I was like, bro, you don't really understand. Like, I didn't grow up in a nice place like they did. I don't come from where they come from, so it's not going to be possible for me to be the best. I just wanted to go. All right, now I might have pushed it back. I don't know. Still looking good though. My braid out the way. Symmetry, right? That's what we're going for. Okay. So what's the moral of the story there, guys? I know it looks like a pushback. Let me live, all right? It's been 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks, bro. All that is overgrowth. My client came in with a lot of overgrowth on his lineup. I had to push that shit back professionally. Moral of the story is that your mentor is going to see more in you than you might see in yourself. But if you don't wake up, there's a roach crawling on your face. If you don't wake up from the roach crawling on your face, then how is your mentor gonna get you up out of that place? It's a disgrace the way you're living. And so that's what I had to do. I had to wake the fuck up and start making some more moves in a direction that could actually help me get to the destination. Remember the metaphor I shared with you about the port of Miami. If there's a boat going to a destination, it can't land at two places at once. The sailor's destination is invisible for 90% of his, what do you call it when a ship's at sail? For 90% of the journey, he can't even see the port, but it's in his mind. Well, I knew in my mind growing up at 12 years old, when Terry passed away, my only true mentor in life passed away on me. And I was like, damn, life is a test with no tutor. I knew I wanted to be successful. I knew my mom would trust me with her finances at age 12. It's because I was supposed to be fucking rich one day. I was somebody who was going to be good with money. That's what that was. That was preparation. And this was an opportunity to go after that. Boom. And so go after it I did. I left that barbershop that day, which was really his house, and I was on a mission. A mission to make him proud, to make my dream come true, to make sure I don't cut my damn braids off. These trimmers are a little too sharp. And so to make my dream come true, what I did, I'm about to cut the braid off. What I did was I started saving every haircut I did. I put the money in a shoebox. I didn't know about finances. To this day, I'm learning about finances. What the hell did I just do? All right, guys, this side compared to this side, that ain't it, bro. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Don't worry, we're gonna fix that. I can fix that. It's supposed to be like a circle. It's not too bad, right? That'll work. That'll work. Yeah, that's similar. All right, now it's similar. Fuck, no, it's not. It's up here. Oh, man. All right, you guys, I'm retired. I haven't cut hair in like 16 months. So, long story short, for an entire year of my life, I began saving up money. Every haircut I get, I save it up. I put it in a shoebox, and by the end of about 8 months, I have like $10,000 at 19 years old, saved in the shoebox, living in my mom's basement with the roaches and the mold. and the moldy floods. Bullshit. I hated it. I hated my life. I genuinely hated my life. But at the same time, I felt like I was better than everyone. It's this weird complex. And so I felt like I deserved more, a better life. And I was determined to get it. I was determined to get it by any means necessary. And so that's what I did, you guys. I kept my word to my mentor, and I booked that one-way flight. I booked that one-way flight to California. Now, to do that, I had to do a lot of groundwork before. I actually reached out to a shop owner in California. He gave me his phone number and told me that if I come visit, he might have a chair for me. This was my dream shop. It was all I needed to hear was that it might be a spot, because I knew I could convince him. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm doing my very best right now. I knew I could convince him if I pulled up. And so pull up I did. I pulled up with 2 suitcases. I bought the one-way flight. My mom drove me to the airport once again. Mom, common Mom W. Mom's just been winning throughout this whole story. Shout out to Mom. And I didn't know a single soul in California. Never even been to the city I moved to, Sacramento, California. Gotta lighten that up a little bit right there. Never even been to the city that I moved to. But I was just following the call of my conscience. It didn't have to make logical sense. It made spiritual sense. Like, it just made intuitional conscience. My conscience told me to. Report above and everything else below will be taken care of. So I reported above. I arrived to the shop. I had no fucking place to stay. No apartment yet. I can't believe my mom let me do that. You need parents who will just let you go and fucking make your way in life. What if she tried to coddle me and say, no, Joel, like, it's not safe. I have to go with you or something. Damn. And I was in culture shock. I remember seeing homeless people for the first time, seeing designer cars, designer clothes for the first time. Like a whole different life opened up. And I'll never forget it. I felt every emotion, nervous, scared, fucking excited, happy, curious, eager, fear, a whole lot of fucking fear, bro. Felt a whole lot of fear. Damn, I went way too high on that. This reminds me of the beginning of my barber journey. I used to mess up a lot. I feel like I just cut the hell out of myself. All right. Yeah, that's too high. I went too high, for sure. For sure. That one's perfect. We went too high. We went too high on that one. Yep. All right. I'll never forget the feeling when I touched down in Sacramento. Hey, we looking like ourselves again. Let's go. I was actually so nervous that I decided to go down the street to a random college. I just typed in library or college, and I just sat in this random college dorm fucking library for like an hour and wrote down a notes of how I thought I could pitch myself to the shop owner. Like ideas, like, bro, I'll work for you for free. I'll fucking sweep the floor. I will be the first in. I'll show up late. Like, whatever you need done, I'll do it. I started pitching my life story. Like, bro, I went to college. I've done this many haircuts. I've read these many books. I study in school these skills. I'm working on a business online. I tried Amazon. I tried media agency. I tried a clothing line. I tried products, a physical product for Amazon FBA. All that shit was bullshit. BS business models. Dude, this is gonna be blood. Let me show you guys. I cut myself. It's not that bad at all. All right. And so, it's a little thick right there. And so I just remember being so nervous that I had to go take notes of like what my game plan was, just write it on paper. And then when I finally did that, it was time to go meet the shop owner. It was at like, literally I remember 3 p.m. October 17th. Damn, 3 p.m. October 17th. That's the day my life changed. I walked in, I went next door first, took a deep breath. I remember I was shaking. I took a deep breath at the store next door. I didn't want to walk in the barbershop all nervous like that. I had to compose myself. And so I went next door, I sat down and just took a few deep breaths, looked over my notes, what my plan was again, because I got out the Uber like nervous as hell. And then took a deep breath and said, this is where you're gonna do it, Joel. It's go time now, bro. No more talking. I walk into the shop, I see all the barbers that I was watching on social media. Literally, it was like a fucking movie. I couldn't believe it. Like, they looked like gods to me. Like literally, I was like, holy shit, this is real. This is real. It looked amazing. I couldn't wait to be a part of it, but I was so like, I had an inferiority complex, you guys, but I also had a fucking self-worth problem. Like I didn't really believe that I could do my goal. I was crazy enough to try it, which is all you need in life. Be crazy enough to try. You never know what you can do until you try. Fucking pussies. Fucking pussies. You guys are gonna die one day, don't you know? What the hell are you waiting on, bro? I feel like if I wash my hair and just kind of, scrub it, it'll look better. It'll look like faded in, no? Nah, I probably still gotta fade that. Ain't no avoiding that shit. Alright. I shake hands with the owner. He shows me around the barbershop. I introduce myself to the other barbers. I say, bro, I'm the guy that DM'd you. He says, oh, nice. Nice persistence. Good job. You're actually here. I DM'd you like 8 months ago, bro. That's what I told him. And he said, good persistence. I remember that to this day. And shout out to Antoine for that one. And later in the convo, I'm sitting down next to the shop owner. I'm right here, he's right here. And he says, what do you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10? And he's looking at my Instagram on his page, and I'm like, damn, he can already see the truth. I ain't that good. I told him like a 5. I'm like a 5 out of 10, bro, but I'm a fast learner. I'll pick it up quick. I'll get better fast. I'll learn from you guys really quick. And he said, okay, that's what's up. When do you plan on going back to Ohio? I said, damn, going back to Ohio. I don't know what the hell, what kind of question is that? Like, I'm not going back to Ohio. I don't plan on going back to Ohio. And he's like, oh, you moved here. I was like, yeah, bro, my suitcases. I got everything I need. A one-way ticket. There's no flight home. And he was like, shit. I was like, all right, I better start researching this apprentice program then, because I didn't even have a barber license. So there was no way for me to work in the shop legally unless he started an apprentice program. And so starting an apprentice program, he did. And within that year, I went from complete stranger, no one knowing who the fuck I was, to Jay Faded, Sacramento barber with like 50K followers on Instagram. I was able to raise my prices from starting in the shop with 0 clients to starting at 35, going to 50, 60. And then I left 1.5 years later and came to LA. No one knew who the fuck I was once again, but I decided to leave because I knew I was worth more. I knew that my real vision and goal wasn't Sacramento, it was LA. And I wanted to live the American dream. Like, bro, it all came together. Just like my life came together, this haircut came together. And so that's what it was, you guys. It was a few years of figuring it out, but having massive faith of who I could become one day. And in LA, I went from 0 clients once again at a whole new price at $60, a brand new price. I went from a brand new price at $60 with 0 clients to within 1 year, I was able to scale from $60 a cut, making $6K a month, all the way to $200 a cut, making $28,000 in a single month with the tax receipts to prove it. I never hid my money from nobody, from the IRS, from nothing. So that's why I'm able to clap back at these barber educators who say that I'm capping. Because I got bank statements, tax receipts, QuickBooks, bookkeeping, like I got all of that. And now I'm able to teach it to others. By 23, I was making $28,000 a month. By 25, I had made over $700K from those few years in California as a barber. And you guys, it's changed my fucking life. I told you all the things that changed my life, from the roach crawling on my face to my stepfather dying when I was 12, helping me find my purpose of becoming successful in life, to the pair of clippers, the story of the college basketball team choosing me as their barber, to my mentor telling me that it was possible for me to go to California and not just go there, but to be the best one in the shop when I do go. To my second mentor believing in me enough to give me a shot in his barbershop. To moving to California, where my journey took off. That's what I call a hockey stick growth, where it goes like this for a long time, and then one year it just picks up out of nowhere. That's what my life turned out to be. I got the $28K a month as a barber. By 25, I fully retired from behind the chair. I took my business online, and the big struggle was I couldn't break past $5K a month as a coach until I learned a viral content system, ads, and high ticket sales. I was able to combine all that with constructing my online coaching business, meaning the systems in place that could teach people how to scale their barber business and become an online coach themselves. Once I got that system dialed in, I was able to package all that, my knowledge over those years that helped me scale. You can't name a person who moved to LA and within 1 year of being there, got to $20,000 months as a barber. Took that system, taught it, now I make $70K a month, moved to Miami. Obviously I'm not doing any haircuts out here, my clientele was in LA. And it's just gonna keep going up from here. My mom's gonna retire completely. I'm gonna be moving into a penthouse in Brickell, about 10 minutes down the street. And I'm buying a Rolls Royce Cullinan. That's the gym I go to, Boxer Gym, right there. And I'm just getting ripped. I'm just staying retired. Ripped, rich, and retired. That's the game plan. Making sure that my mom is taken care of. Making sure that my team is eating, my clients are winning, business is booming. And I'm the biggest I've ever been, 220 pounds. Still got the bicep vein popping. And I wanted to share with you guys the story of how I got to where I am in life. I hope it inspired and motivated you if you made it this far. I'm not about to cut the back of my hair out here. I need some type of mirror so I can see the back of my head. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed story time, self haircuts. This is really how my life started and where I am now. Thank you for watching and stay to the end. If you guys are ever in need of any help whatsoever, drop a comment, drop a DM to me on Instagram at Joel Thompson Coach. Get the fuck off of YouTube, go get some work done. Peace. I missed it.